Hidden behind dense jungle off Holland Road, there is a palace Singapore rarely speaks about, the Istana Woodneuk. Once owned by royalty, burned, abandoned, occupied during the Japanese invasion, and according to people who entered after dark, never truly empty again. The palace was built in the late 19th century for Sultan Abu Bakr of Johor, one of the wealthiest rulers in the region. Surrounded by forests and hidden from the main roads, the residence became known as Istana Woodneuk, a retreat for royalty, a symbol of prestige. But the isolation that once made it desirable would later make it feared. In the early 2000s, a fire tore through sections of the palace. Large portions collapsed. The remaining halls became unstable. But explorers who entered afterward described something stranger than structural damage. They claimed parts of the building still sounded occupied. During the Japanese occupation of Singapore, the palace was reportedly used by military personnel. Records from the period are incomplete, but local accounts describe interrogations, disappearances, and strange activity inside the estate long after the war ended. Urban explorers often describe one specific room on the second floor. The temperature reportedly drops without warning. Audio recordings capture unexplained knocking. Some visitors claim they heard furniture moving, even though the room was empty. The most repeated story involves a woman dressed in white, standing near the upper balcony. Witnesses rarely describe her face clearly, but many report the same detail. She appears completely still until someone notices her. In 2013, a small group allegedly entered the palace to film overnight. According to one member, the cameraman became disoriented inside the upper corridor. He kept insisting someone was following them. Hours later, he refused to speak about what he saw. Locals living nearby have described hearing voices from deep inside the forest, not screams, conversations, as if people were still gathering inside the ruined palace after midnight. Several explorers reported finding fresh footprints inside sealed sections of the palace, barefoot, wet, leading upward, but never coming back down. Today, the Istana Woodneuk still stands behind overgrown trees and collapsing walls, officially abandoned, mostly inaccessible. But stories continue to spread among explorers, former workers, and nearby residents. Some believe the palace absorbed the violence and fear of its past. Others say something that was never meant to be disturbed, and perhaps the strangest part, in a city built on constant redevelopment, nobody seems willing to erase it completely.